What you got on your heart, Sean? Hey! Whoa! Say, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Very deeply stained within. I was sinking to rise no more. But the master of the sea, he heard my despairing cry. From the water, lifted me. Anybody know from?
Look at your neighbor and say, make my feel good tonight. Tell them, say, make my feel so good tonight. Because ever since I decided to follow Jesus, my whole life is changed. And we'll sing another one for you. Y'all come on and put your hands together. Got a song that's saying these words. Listen. I have decided to follow Jesus. Y'all clap your hands like that. I have decided to follow the Lord. I have decided to follow Jesus. You can't turn back to your life. You can't hard enough. Y'all trying to pull me, come on. Everybody come to it. 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 I gotta go, listen. I have decided to follow Jesus. But I made a decision. I'm going to follow the Lord. Made up in my mind. I'm going to follow Jesus. I'm going to go to her. You can't tell everybody clap who's hanging with me. Come on, everybody clap who's hanging with me. Yes, sir. Said if you want to have a good time, why don't you tell somebody else? Church has been too many years. Church has been too many years. Church has been too many rocks. Church has been too many reels. The touch I'm passing over. Touch I'm passing over. I'm bound from outside. Way out on the hill. Is anybody gonna make it? Is anybody gonna make it? Surely I will. Said I'm pressing on. Touch the upward way. New heights I'm getting. Each and every day. Still I'm praying. Oh, I'm on one line. Lord, can I see that? Lord, can I see that? Like I'm on the higher ground. I got to keep on going. Anybody gonna keep going? Anybody gonna keep going? Let me see you wave your hand. I'm singing to you back there. I wanna know where the Lord is good. Does anybody here know where it's good? Does anybody here know where it's good? We got to go. Come on. Oh, you tell somebody, yeah. Yes, I'm holding them. God bless. Yes, I'm holding them. Yes, I'm holding them. Yes, I'm holding them. Tony Brown. Excellent. Go ahead.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Boss Lady. Yes. I'm excited about tonight's show, and yes, I am outside on the patio because it is such a beautiful day. And I just decided to come out outside on the patio. Whatever. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. But it feels so good outside. We here in St. Louis, East St. Louis, man, almost every day has been raining and it's just been the weather just been jacked up. So I decided, like, since it's such a pretty day, I decided to come on the patio and enjoy this day. And yeah, so I know y'all looking like, what the crap is she doing? But yes, that's where I'm at. So you guys listen. I'm excited about tonight's show, like I am every other show. I am. I get excited when I get a chance to sit down. I get a chance to talk to everybody, find out who they are, what they doing. And this month is the month of celebrating of women in quartet. I just don't think that the women in quartet get their just due. I know y'all probably hear the lawnmower in the back, but I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, DL. So I just don't think that the women get their just due like they should. And we're not just talking about the women on stage. We're talking about women that's behind the stage, such as radio announcers, promoters, what I'm saying, stage production, executive producers. When like I'm gonna be honest, like Lisa Knowles have completely changed the game for women. Like she is kicking butt. People like Lisa Knowles, Cheryl Snell, Drina Penn, like man, Glow Thompson, like these women are behind the stages and behind like that's in the offices that's making it work for a lot of these groups that you see, right? And the woman that I'm about to bring up, I know that she's a great promoter, man. I'm in St. Louis and I see her flyers all the way over here and I see the lives and when she have her big concerts and everything she have going on. Like I'll be watching from afar, whether y'all know it or not. I'm over here in East St. Louis. I'll be watching y'all. And I have had a great opportunity to meet her multiple times. And we always have a wonderful time. When I tell you, she a fat, people don't like to use the word diva in church, but she's a fashion diva. Every time I see her, she be cute and clean with her little bitty self. I mean, sure, you're so small. But then people be like, boss lady, you're so tall. So it's like you can't win for losing. So but yes, I got a chance to first meet her at the Quartet Music Awards last year, and then got a chance to meet her at the Ecclesia. And man, I'm telling you, we've been cool ever since. I'm telling you. So we're gonna talk about a lot. So anybody that you know that is in music, not just quartet, that want to know anything about radio, wants to know about promotion, want to know about managing because she manages also. Man, this is the live that you guys need to be on because you get a chance to sit down, ask her questions, get to communicate with her. And it's not just me talking. No, I read your questions. Whatever you put in the comments, hey, do me a favor, share this live or let your people know, like, hey, we got somebody that's on the radio for real because I see her. I'll be over there. I'll be tuning in. She'll be on the radio. I know for a fact on Sunday mornings. So if you guys have any radio questions, Radio One, I think it's a radio card questions, like when you send your music in and servicing and stuff like that. Like this, the woman you need to talk to. So don't y'all be stingy on y'all questions and your comments because this is a good time. All right. All right. I'm about to bring all the way from the Carolinas. And you know what? I'm sick of the Carolinas because the Carolinas been kicking butt for the last couple of years. And she could be one of the reasons why. I'm about to bring you to the stage.
Hey,
Girl.
hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm
Oh,
doing.
look at you. Look so cute. Look at me. I just put my little t-shirt on. Came out here on the deck and just been out here chilling.
I see that you look there. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I love it out here. Like
And
me and my mom, huh?
you don't hear the lawnmower. I can't hear the lawnmower, so you're
Yeah.
good.
Oh, he just stopped. I said,
Oh,
you cutting up now. Like he first came out here with his riding lawnmower. He was like, oh, you finna go live. Let me go get the walk lawnmower. I was like, you know what? Like I'm sick of it. Like, bro, you ain't gotta do all of that, but when you up here with the other folks, they do stuff a little different than we do. But anyway, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm managing. I'm doing good.
Yeah, life happens and we
Life
all just managing.
life happens. It's been
And
happening. Really
it,
happening.
it's okay though. God is our help and God's gonna get us through it. I mean, you know what? One thing I have learned is like get today done and over with, and guess what? You have a fresh start in the morning.
That's right. That's right.
It's all good. It's all good. But I am so happy to have you on my show today.
I thank you
I
so much.
really am.
Right. Thank you so much for considering me, sending me the message, asking the question, and of course I
Yeah.
accepted. So thank you so very much.
No problem. No problem. Sure, we got so much to talk about, boo.
I know, I
We have
know
a lot. We have a
a,
lot to talk about.
a lot.
And it's so funny because when people come on my show, they be like, boss lady, what we gonna talk about? I was a long time. I was like, baby, once you get to talking, you almost forget that you
Right,
really are on live.
right, right. Yeah.
So it's like, trust you me. God gave me the gift of gab, and I be having all type of questions in my mind. I should write them down, but I like to just go with the flow of the conversation.
Yep.
So Miss Cheryl Snell, you
Yep.
are from the Carolinas. Um, first question, how long have you been in Quartet? And the second part of that question is, who introduced you to Quartet?
Well, actually, I've been born into Quartet. So
Okay.
my brother, the one that you see me on the video with every Sunday morning,
That's your
that's
brother?
yeah, that's my brother. That's my blood brother.
Okay.
It's 8 of us. Of course, I'm the youngest, can't you tell? But
I kind of can. Because I would have never knew that was your brother.
yeah, that's my blood. He's the second oldest, Deacon Brown. So the flyer that you see
Gotcha.
is anniversary. So basically,
Okay.
I was born in the quartet. When he started singing, I was 3 years old. So I've been in church. Well, actually, all my life, but I've been in quartet pretty much all my life. So that's how I was pretty much introduced to it. Um, how I became, if I'm not going too far, but how I became like getting into the business side of it, because forever I was always on that audience side. But then
Gotcha.
you get on the business side, and of course, it's a whole different atmosphere. And
It
how I got
is.
this side was when my son, that everyone knows, he took over his dad's group, was called Little Sonny and the Peacemakers. So I was managing and booking for them. And once he
Okay.
got pulled to the Fantastic Volunteers, of course, the Peacemakers, you know, um, went away.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting one day and I called him because I'm like that person, like I'm a go-getter, and sometimes you be afraid to do things, but now I'm learning to just jump and do it. If you don't ask the question, the answer will always be no. So I
Mm.
asked him one day, I said, "Hey, what do you think about me being a promoter?" I said, "I think I want to promote." He's like, "Mama, you can do it." And that's pretty much how it started. Now,
Okay.
everything is not easy. Everything doesn't come, with peaches and cream. So I'm not gonna go any further. I'm gonna let you ask the questions first because I'll just start talking.
Well,
So
how many years ago was that when you decided to go into promotion?
that was in 2012.
Okay.
So
Oh, so you've been doing this a long time.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm, that's a
My
long
first
time.
That was my first anniversary. I want to say 2012, 2013, because I did like a come out, like introducing C Snell Productions and did an event. And then when I had my first anniversary, of course, everything is again not peaches and cream. It didn't go like I wanted to. I wasn't pleased. So I stepped back for a year and regrouped, and then came back out. So yeah.
Wow. So by you've been doing promotions, because that's just one part of Cheryl Snell. That's just one part. We're not even talking about the managing part. But
Yeah.
the Lord have mercy, they let the dog outside. I'm like, what just happened? Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Zeus. Anytime Zeus don't say nothing, it's like I'm telling you, they so rude. But anyway, um, lost my train of thought. So you you do promotions, but we're not even talking about managing. But in the promotion side of it, what is the big differences or the big difference that you have seen from 25 years ago to now? Because I know there have been some great changes in promotion. What are some of the big changes or differences that you see now?
Well, I can say the change that I had to make was to make sure that, and I think when I started out, I was like straight business, but as you go, you grow. So some of the changes now is not it's not a lot of differences, but the thing is, um, you got to build for your audience. So that was one of the things I had to learn. You can't always call who you want. Of course, I have a lot of people that I'm gonna call who I want to call because that's who I like. But then over the years of learning, working up under some of the other promoters, you have to build for the audience because the audience is the one who pays your overhead, buys the tickets, and different things like that. And one of the promoters told me, we're about putting butts in the seat, stuff like that. So I think some of the main changes that I've seen and that I made was to make sure that I'm led by God, and I always do that. Like I'm just not going to just drop and do 2, 3, 4, 5, events a year. I focus on my anniversary, which is the fourth, which it was playing previous before we came on, the fourth Saturday now in February, and you try to focus on that. So one of the main changes that I've made was to you look at what the audience, you gotta do it for your audience, and you gotta make sure that you book with integrity. You gotta make sure you're working with, great venues and people that's gonna come in and connect and network great with you. So the networking is one of the big changes that I saw that I had to make my as myself, going to different areas and not just staying here in the Carolinas. So that's why I branch out. So that was one of the main changes.
And you know what? When you said we about putting butts in the seats, I said that sounds like a Paul Dorsey. I said that sounds like a Paul Dorsey statement.
I mentor, so that's where he like, look, Snell, so
Yeah.
that gave me a higher platform to promote on, with, booking for some of the amazing artists such as Shirley Season, Lee Williams. I booked his last farewell concert here in South Carolina, in Sumter. So just I think one of the things that blows my mind is that I was the little girl on the front row, swinging my legs with Barbie socks on, looking at these, artists, and now I book them, and working side by side with them. So it's always an honor and a privilege to be able to, do the things that we do, long as you're doing it unto God. So
That is so true. You was saying making a statement that and that I have found to be so true. And I have not been doing promotions or promoting nowhere near as long as you have. But I have found out by St. Louis, East St. Louis, our market, we don't have a huge market, right? So it's like you have to pay close attention to who you bring to the city, because if not, you're gonna be in there by yourself. But I have made the statement so many times that I say that when I travel, because I travel a lot,
right,
when I travel, I listen to groups, not just the big names that we're so used to, but groups that no one has heard of before. And my first thought is, could I bring them to St. Louis? Like, because I feel like I know my market. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think I know the people that are the regular concert goers. Like, even if it's a group that no one has heard of, like in the back of my mind is, would they be able to do well in St. Louis? Like, it's some groups I'd be like, they good. Like,
yeah,
to me, they're good. But I said they just that's not a St. Louis sound. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people might kick against that, but I don't think I've been proven wrong yet. You know what I'm saying? Because the groups that I bring to St. Louis, whether they're known or unknown, it's like I think it's just a certain sound that St. Louis, East St. Louis is just used to. So even if I like them or not, it's like, do I believe my people would like them? You know what I'm saying? And I think the people trust my opinion as far as that. So I think a lot of promoters had to learn that it's like, it's really not about you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you love them or not, it's really about your market.
right. And I'll tell you that when I first started, I got away from it a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting back into it. That's why I'm doing some more traveling this year. But one of the things I did well, actually it was my first anniversary, but I would bring in groups, I would introduce new groups every year
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to the area. However, if it's someone that the audience or that area has seen, of course, you got to put it, with a package or whatever.
Yeah.
But anything that comes from making sure the people come is the way you market and promote them. So I told many artists, I was like, listen, I'm booking you, I'm bringing you, I'm going to promote you. So I'm gonna get the people there, but then when you want to go to, get more opportunity to come back, that's how you got to get yourself booked when you get here. So
Absolutely.
a lot of times, I have plenty of people that don't do quartet, but because
Mm-hmm.
of productions event, they're gonna come. Um,
Yeah.
or whether it's by appearance or by monetarily. So another thing with being, again, I'm trying not to get ahead because I know you may
Mhm.
have questions, but you have to make sure that you present yourself for people to be able, number one, to approach you, and number two, you got to make sure that you command and demand that respect. So the way you present yourself, the way you carry yourself is the way they're going to treat you, so or how you treat yourself is how people treat you. But we also learn in certain areas that no matter what you do, there's going to always be that 1, 2, or 10, that just not going to get with it. However, you got to see yourself the way God sees you, then your walk will be just like him. So yeah, and it's a
That's
challenge.
good.
It's a challenge. It's not easy. You know,
Hmm.
the end results. They see that fourth Saturday in February, but they don't know all of the stuff. You know, I start planning like after my fourth Saturday in February. My calls are made like that second week in March for my next.
Okay.
You know, so pretty much I've booked groups already for February.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
my lineup is pretty much done. I'm just watching a few more. I'm watching a few
Hmm.
more, but yeah. So, and as
And
you can never learn too much. So I learn something every time, constantly learning things. So yeah.
yeah. And you know what? One thing that I think a lot of groups really do not realize, whether it's quartet, R&B, or if you're a soloist or whatever, that your social media really is our connection to you. That, you know what I'm saying, it does matter what video you post. It does matter what type of pictures you post. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's certain groups that's in quartet that I know they're gonna have a high quality picture every time I see them,
Right.
whether it's a flyer, whether it's their CD cover, whether it's a booking me, you know, book us type of flyer. I know it's going to be high quality.
Right.
I know certain groups that they're not just going to throw up any type of video. You could tell that, you know, if they have a regular video that they probably recorded, you know, they took their time, they sent it to somebody to edit it and stuff like that. Like people just don't realize that how much your social media, your videos, your you know, even the quality of your CDs, or you know, people still use CDs.
Yeah.
Some people still do, but the
So
quality, it really speaks so much volume than a conversation that I would have with you over the phone or in DM.
right,
It
because
makes so much difference.
appearance, everything. Appearance is
Absolutely.
everything. So I learned that when again I was booking the peacemakers. Did I know what I was doing? Not really.
Uh-huh.
But we were traveling. I mean, we were traveling way out of state. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they was constantly, you know, getting work and stuff like that. But I think it was one time one of the announcers came and said, like, hey, we need a CD, you know, and I was like, and it was she was like, well, wait a it the quality was not the appearance was not good. You
Yeah.
you know, I had an attitude because I was like, well, you know it's on the CD. She's like, no, because I don't
Right.
out the songs and this, that, and the third and all that. So that was a teaching moment. And
Yeah.
um, I know you get it just as myself got one that just came in today, but right over here to my right over here,
Mm-hmm.
kind of CDs and stuff like that. And I get them all the time, or the, you know, the MP3s, because the radio station I'm on, they still do CDs. They don't do
Okay.
they send me the MP3s, then I take it and put it on the CD and we play it. But I have a lot of CDs that come and they probably sounds very, very good. But I have some that I've had for years that's unopened because it doesn't appeal to me to open it because of the appearance.
Whoa.
It probably sounds really good. And one day I'll probably get to it, but right now it's like, oh, okay. It's in my stack. I got a lot over there.
You sound like my friend Lynn. You know Lynn White. Lynn say the same thing.
Yeah, appearance is everything. And a lot of times, like, my son, you know, when like with the peacemakers or even now with the
Mm-hmm.
parents, you know, he'll ask, you know, like certain things, or when I used to record them as opposed to going live. Well, I don't know that much Facebook back then, but record them and he goes back and watch it. But I tell them, I say appearance is everything, you know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
all the time for the most part.
Yeah.
Because when you're a public figure, you know, they're always, no matter where I go, it's like it's always somebody who like have seen me or know me or stuff like that. But yeah, those CDs, they gotta make sure that their stuff is popping. So
That
even if I'm gonna open and listen to it because it looks great, you know. So yeah. So
yeah.
them like yeah, I learned that, and that's one of the things that stuck with me because I presented a CD that look the appearance wasn't all that. So yeah,
And you know, because you know, my dad always told me and my little brother that before you ever open your mouth, people then already judge you by the way you look. And even though we shouldn't be like that, but that is just human nature. I think people just do that. And then people will treat you the way that you carry yourself, like you were saying earlier. Like if you just don't care about your appearance or care about the product that you're giving, people are going to treat it the same way.
right, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. What is DL talking about? He said when you're receiving huge volume of product, we open what is appealing to our eyes. That's right, because DL is also a radio angel, also. So that is true.
Yep. Yep.
It is so true.
Yeah. You're not, I mean, if it just don't look good, because you can have a cake and it just don't look right, I'm like, I'm not buying that because it doesn't look good.
But haven't you noticed all them ugly cakes be like the best tasting cakes?
So the ones that I know that I've tasted before, it's like, yeah, I'm not that. Or when you go into a certain restaurant, it's not like not like the Roof Chris, but you know you're gonna get that good fried greasy chicken. Yeah, you know, the stuff that you know, but stuff that you don't know that you've seen, because you don't get a second chance to make a first impression.
That is so true.
You don't get
that. Is so true.
And that goes with attitudes as well. So
that is so true. That is so true. Man, it's already 7:30. Oh my God. Okay, because I got so many questions. Yeah. So even in production and promoting your shows, and you bringing in different groups in and out of town, my question is, how do you know what is a good number to pay a group? We have had this discussion so many times, and I have heard so many different answers. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you really just whatever they're asking for, you give them? Do you negotiate? Because a lot of promoters out here get caught slipping doing that. So what is your method?
Let me tell you, as a promoter, but I'm like, okay. Either I'm going to be like, okay, or I'm going to be like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, but it took me a while to get to the yeah, no. But I do know how to, like, look, let's do this. And they be, well, let's do that. So now I know, because see, I know what they do, you know, or what we do.
Yeah.
Ain't that, because actually it's this. But you aim there, and I may come here. But if we come mutual to here, that's what you initially wanted.
Good.
So you have to, number one, because that's what happened at one of them, and I was like, yeah, have you ever been here before? Number one.
That's huge.
Number two, if I book you by yourself and you charging this price, can you sell this amount of tickets?
Right.
You know, so it has to make sense. It has to be, you know, like, not over the top. And I've told plenty artists, I was like, I know this is what it is. I mean, or I know this is what you normally do. But especially during the pandemic and after the pandemic, and everybody was at home and different things like that, you gotta drop that a little.
Yeah.
Less becomes more. So if you go a little less, you might can get 2 or 3, because some people doing those Fridays programs now, you might get 3 a weekend. Because less, but you're going to get more bookings to do less. Or you're going to get that same amount barely doing one. Go a little lower and get more than what you was going to get for that one by dropping a little. So yeah, it just has to make sense.
Yeah, it got to make sense.
That they will do right. And you got the ones that, hey, I'm going to try it. She's new and she's a female. Don't try me. Don't try me. I done learned.
Yeah, I got you.
QUARTET, female promoters, we get a challenge. We're challenged, you know, because it wasn't always female promoters, not many at all, you know, back in the day. But I know, you know, was a few. But, you know, at the end of the day, and I, you know, I have a lot that do respect, you know, don't have any disrespect or different things, you know, like that. Because again, you carry yourself with respect, and you can get the respect. At least in your face, you will, you know. So
yeah. I completely agree to everything that you're saying, because like I said, I think I'm fairly new, but even in being new, you know, under 5 years, I have learned a lot. Whether it was trial by error, or, you know what I'm saying, just talking to other people that has done it before me. So yeah, I totally agree to everything that you're saying. And in saying that, how we was talking about how the appearance of your product look, and how you present it, by you being a radio announcer, and you say you get tons of I guess a material. Probably every day people be servicing things to you.
Right.
How does the process work? To how do you guys know who to play? Whether you know what I'm saying, whether the product look good or not. Like, how do you guys pick out like all the music that's in? Like, is it a magic number or you know what I'm saying? Is it a lottery? How do you guys do it?
No, like what I do when I get CDs. So okay, so let me tell you about the show that I'm on. It's
Okay.
my, it's my brother's show.
Okay.
So this is like he pays to be on that time.
Okay.
Radio station. So he pays to be on that time. So a lot of the features are basically his music, and then like now we'll play like all of the music of events that's coming up.
Okay. Okay.
But we'll listen to it like if I'm driving, because I when I leave on Sunday mornings, I drive like an hour from where I go from my house to the radio station, about an hour, look, 45 minutes to an hour
Okay.
as I drive. So um a lot of times I'll listen, to certain cities and say, hey, let's drop this. But then a lot of times this is a hard one, but a lot of times because that's a paid show and
Mm-hmm.
we're not working for the radio station, we're paying the radio station for the spot.
Okay.
Not gonna play all your music for free
Gotcha.
because well that's their rule. That's the rule. We can kind of like do whatever, but we will drop some of the music every now and then, drop some new music, new people and stuff like that. But yeah, but we'll just listen to music, and I have like this big giant bag that I take, and it's full of CDs. So but a lot of times
Wow.
on an event that's coming up. I was on a previous radio station some years ago, and I was on there from like 10 to 2. So that was straight MP3. So it's basically I can play whatever. Like I play
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but it's a lot. And I listen to music like I didn't know this artist had this song because it was songs that I've never heard. So like except so yeah. So yeah, that's how we just choose, and sometimes we just focus on like the events that we have coming up. So and because that's his radio time, we play like his music as well. So
So I'm okay. Even though you say you're on a radio station with your brother, but you have done it in the past, where you got just did MP3s like a regular terrestrial radio show. My main question is because I get hit with this a lot. Do you think that servicing your music is worth it today? Because a lot of people are saying like the radio do not have the biggest effect like it used to have. Like when we was coming up, things to kind of spread it abroad against, with social media and stuff like that. Do you think it's worth getting your music serviced, or is it just, maybe just good enough to just do the groundwork on your own?
I think it's worth it because number one, these stations chart. These stations chart. So and that's how I would say the group I booked for Minister Lee Burgess, it charted, so that charting helped, which made them stellar nominees. That's just one part of it, with the tracking and the charting and stuff like that. So yeah, because these stations chart, and what do they get from that? They get the residual income. They get they money for every time it plays. So yeah, I know a lot of people say, radio is out and stuff like that. It's not, because then you have those ones, you got your auntie Maggie's and your grandma and them that's listening to you, and they'll call and be like, Spurgeon, my brother name is Willie Spurgeon. They was like, man, we like your little sister, stuff like that. Your baby sister doing. So you got those ones that's not on social media that listen to the radio. So, and those are the ones that comes to the program as well. They
That's
will.
so true.
So you still want to give the people, you got to make sure that you are servicing the entire audience. So you have some people that don't have social media, don't want to do social media, and they're listening to the radio. Do you think it's a big impact that it may make a huge difference? Maybe not these days. However, you still have that audience you need to service, because those are the ones that call you And those thank yous on the back of when you getting off the radio station, they calling you like you sound great today. These are the people that's not on, on there and they enjoying it, and you getting them through their moment. So you kind of always not thinking about, I mean, of course, yeah, we love the money, we love all that, but you got to also think about the services, because at the end of the day, all your services is unto God anyway, So I think the radio still needs to be, if, because what if Mark Z, I call him Mark Z, what if he decided to say, all y'all got to pay for social media? Everybody got to pay. This is a subscription now, and you got to pay. Instagram, this is a subscription, and you have to pay. YouTube, this is a subscription, and you have to pay. How many people will still be on there? How many people are paid? Like, we got a lot of us that will invest in ourselves, because yeah, social media is the way as well, but at the end of the day, it's a free thing right now. I mean, we pay the extra because I got the little blue check, so you pay that monthly and stuff like that, because I'm investing in myself. So what if all this go away? Then what? A lot
Yeah.
of people, a lot of people think they don't have to do flyers. I beg to differ.
Right. Like paper flyers. Is that what you're speaking of? Yeah.
A lot of people don't
Yeah.
do they only do tickets on Eventbrite by
Hmm.
choice, but you got that group that wants to, even the people that can do Eventbrite, even the people that have the social media, even the people that buy online, they want their ticket in their hand. And I know that
Yeah.
holder, I want my ticket in my hand.
Right.
At the door, no, I'm gonna meet because I want my ticket in my hand. So
Gotcha.
you got to make
Yeah.
sure that you're catering to the entire audience, because when you put that little percentage out, that percentage is
Hmm.
a big difference. They think it's not. We may think that it doesn't, but it really does.
Wow. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Um, I'm glad you cleared that up. I'm glad you even spoke on it, because a lot of times people just feel like certain things is not worth it, or oh, it's just a scam and stuff like that. Because I've heard it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just listen to people and just be trying to hear where they be coming from. But that does make a huge difference, because like my granny and my aunties and uncles, they don't be on social media a lot. Like, if somebody big coming to St. Louis or East St. Louis, um, most definitely I probably have to tell my dad. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Or I call my auntie, like, George, they ain't coming this weekend. They be like, no, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I completely get it. You have to service everybody besides just one arena or just one platform. So yeah, I most
God
definitely get it.
does not have the social media or anything like that, but he's at just about everybody program. So he'll call me, Sister Cheryl, what's going on? So I give him a rundown. I'll be like, you know what, I got flyers. I'm gonna come and bring them to you.
Yeah,
On to him, his mama, they are coming. So
yeah,
you got to make sure you don't box people out. You can't
that's
box,
true.
So yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a complete lot of sense. So even in doing radio, I know that you do a lot of stuff. Like I say, I'm here in East St. Louis, St. Louis. I see your stuff over here, but as far as all the things that you do, because we still haven't talked about the managing part. Like, what is your favorite thing that you do right now? And I probably should have asked you more questions about the manager, but we're gonna get to that. But what
Okay.
is your favorite? What is your favorite thing that you do right now?
My favorite is actually, my favorite is spending with my grandbabies. Well, we talking about managing quartet.
Yeah, like in the music industry, because you
I,
got your hand in everything.
but yeah, I think the main thing is the networking. Like, I know it.
Really?
I was
Yeah.
really I heard Ecclesia for years. So last year I was like, you know what? Because it's just a week or two after my event. So I was like, you know what? I'm putting this on my books.
Yeah.
So that networking, even though it's a lot of people that I know, that were there are a lot of people that I didn't know, um, and just doing the networking. And when you're about business, all that other
Yeah.
anything else is just null and void. You got to have your got to have your focus on, I love networking. I love even my day 9 to 5 24/7 job. I like working. I like working. I like meeting people. I like
Mm-hmm.
taking chances, all that, because we only live once.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
I do this, when I get to this, do it now if you can, so.
Well, I know the Ecclesia this year wore you out.
Sure.
Ah,
Yeah, my
oh,
I said, I think I'm coming back next year, but I'm gonna have to write my own schedule because
it was so.
yeah,
Oh my God, that was funny. Me and Cheryl was sitting next to each other, and Cheryl was like, "Those." I said, "Cheryl, wake up."
yeah, all that loud music, I was like, whoo, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you, to
yeah,
to sit at all those concerts and all the services, because I think we had been there from early that morning all the way to late that night. You got to be a for real quartet fan.
gotta be for real.
You got to be for real.
I bet you for a week or so, I had that radio off. I was like, I don't want to hear nothing.
Listen, I had all look. I was quartet out. I was like, I'm over it. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
They're like, it's one more group. I don't care. Like
I
I didn't care.
and see, I'm the type of person where because it's packed, overpacked, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
it cares. And I'm
yeah.
that like, I don't want to leave because I don't want to like get
That's
up,
me. Yeah.
sit here, and I'm just gonna But I'm just that person. I don't like to leave because, like I always say, I was a supporter long before I was a promoter. So I
Yeah.
support, stuff like that. I have to learn. I'm trying to slow down a little because it's a lot
Hmm.
wearing, but because I can be 4 places in one day, so yeah. And I'm having to slow down. I'm having to slow down
I'm
some.
t- Let me tell you, I was just telling my friend yesterday. I was like, man, I can be in the Carolinas on the weekend, and then Monday morning I got to go to work. I'll be getting out the plane Monday morning, going straight to work, and I'll be good. Like, all right, do my work and go home. I go to bed.
Yeah,
Man, I can't do it no more.
yeah.
Like, I'll be so sleepy and tired.
I
I
fall
be getting off the
out.
plane like, I don't want it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
After after a while, it do. I just don't see how people like a lot of these groups do a lot of this traveling on the
yeah,
weekends because man, it wears you out.
yeah. Yeah, because like I said, on a Sunday, my day is like, up like 5 or something like that. Drive like an hour or so to the radio station, then I drive like another hour, 20 minutes to church. And then whatever is going on after that, because it's been time I've drove from like Aiken, South Carolina, straight up to like Fayetteville or stuff like that.
Oh
So straight
wow.
from Georgia to North Carolina,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's dedication.
Hmm.
That's real dedication.
Or
So
where it's gone.
yeah, yeah. So let's talk about the managing part of Cheryl Snell. Cheryl, I'm telling you, you got your hands in
Girl.
everything. Man, I'm telling you, okay, how can I say this? What is some of the things over the years? How long you say you've been managing? Probably what, 20 years?
Promoting. I manage Sonny's group, Lil Sonny and the Peacemaker. I managed them probably about 2 years or so. Cause
Okay,
again, that's when the Fantastic Volunteers picked them up as second,
gotcha.
got on the road with them. So I only did that for a little bit. I didn't know what I was doing. But now we was traveling, it was getting paid, and I was banking the money.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But it that comes with a lot. It comes with a lot. Right now I book for Lee Burgess in Resurrection, but yeah, I have a lot of people that are come and say, hey, I want to work with you. And sometimes be like, whew,
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's overwhelming. So I don't do a lot of the managing. I have done managing. I don't do a lot of the managing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I do. It's a lot to it because you're not only managing, if you completely managing, not only managing their finances, you're managing them, so you got to make sure that everything is intact. And when I was like the actual manager with the Peacemakers, like they were like rotten spoiled because I had everything for them. I had a medicine bag, I had their certain teas, I had their towels, I had just everything, everything for them at their hands, but at the same time we had to make sure the business was straight. So that group was one of the groups, even if they were last, we were there before the event started, and they stayed in church the whole time in them
That's
program.
good.
Plug.
That's good. You so silly. So I'm glad that you said that because this was going to be my next question. So
Mhm.
a lot of times people say, "Oh, I manage this group, I manage that group," but they really don't put a definition on it. But if you're in the industry, you know there's differences. Can you give us your definition of the difference between a manager, a booking manager, and a road manager?
Okay, so my definition of like managing is like just regular managing. Like I said, I did pretty
Hmm.
all of it. So
Hmm.
with the managing, making sure they have everything intact. They have
Hmm.
their schedule, they have their itinerary, they have their do's and their don'ts, and all that. This is just my definition because it may be some other definition. Because, like I say, I just don't like straight manage anymore. Um, with the booking managing, that's when you're like over like getting them booked, and I made it where because I started just managing business manager and then the booking manager. So one of the young ladies was the booking manager. So I tried to not, well, no, I wouldn't like overstep, you know, if she was booking something. However, she would still come to me and say, "Hey, what do you feel about this? Do you think we should do that?" So that booking manager just basically handles the books. They get the deposits. They to me, they get the deposits. They hold on to that deposit. Booking manager actually, depending on your percentage, 10 or 15% of when you book. So if you're booking for 3,000, that 300 comes to the booking manager. Um,
Hmm.
and then I would say the booking manager should collect. I don't think everybody should go, because a lot of people only like to work with the lead singers. A lot of people,
Yeah,
I'm going to talk to the booking manager. If you got a booking manager, that's who I'm talking to. Because I want to give them that respect. So you got a lot of, they're like, I only deal with lead singers. I'm not, that's just their forte. Road manager, I believe, is that person that making sure they got all of their stuff. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that they're the ones that got all of their like with the equipment, with their tire, with their if they got like certain their own mics and different things like that. That's just my opinion, my definition of the road manager. So
gotcha. Because I know some road managers.
driver, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I know some road managers, they make sure that the hotel, the booking of the hotel is right, all that type of stuff, having like a agenda of what especially if they have multiple places to go to, like they kind of have an agenda of what's going on, to keep them together. So a lot of people really don't invest in road managers, but I think that, if you're doing a lot of traveling, I think that's a great thing to have is a road manager.
And that the manager is going to do all that.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Booking manager is going to do all that. So
Yeah,
some entwine with all of it.
yeah. Because I feel like this. If I'm going to be your road manager, your booking manager, and your manager, you pay me more than 15%.
You're right. I'm telling you, that's a lot.
That's a lot of work. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It's a lot of work. And then, because anything that go wrong, you going to blame me.
right. That is that's a lot.
So that's why I be like, people ask me to manage and do stuff for them all the time. And I
Right.
have told more people no.
Yeah,
And I
I haven't.
can't.
I was like, ugh, yeah. I said we'll talk. We hadn't talked yet. Shame on.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Let me tell you, it's like I'm just not one of those. Because if you're going to be a booking manager, you really have to have that salesman hat on. Like you have to sell the group
Got
you know what I'm saying? Because if you
got
don't
to
believe in the group that you're booking for, I think that you should not be booking for them. If you don't believe in their capability or you don't believe that they're the next big thing, you should not because you're not going to give your all.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
I got it, some years ago because a lot of times when I drop my flyer, it's like I get like loads of inboxes or calls. We're like, hey, we coming through. Can we get in? I got this group coming through. That's what the booking manager does.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
But then they have to realize, when a flyer, when a promoter has, drop their flyer, completed their, whatever they got going on and promoting that. And if you want to come through because you want to, hey, I can put you there, but I can't pay you what you
Hey, you.
a fee. You might can get gas money, but you're asking a
Yeah.
fee. So
Yeah.
you can't say, well, yeah, I'll do it for 2,000. And don't say I'll work with you. So don't come in here counting my people.
I know, right? Don't none of your business. Don't be counting my pockets.
My people and looking at how much I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's
yeah.
another thing. Like when you want to come through and and most groups I know they get it. They know, they know. So you don't have nobody trying to hit you over the head, but sometimes it's like you have it locked in. Because one of the things I'm trying to do it myself is not book as many groups, but I have a stage manager and manager that, get it through, so I mean we did like 11 groups in like 4 hours, something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, that ain't bad. That
Hmm.
ain't bad, especially for the Carolinas, because man, y'all concerts be popping. But
Right.
but anyone that's on here, if you guys got questions, we got like probably 5 to 8 minutes, whatever, before I let Miss Snell go. Let me give you guys that's anyone that's on here a good nugget that I have learned possibly as a booking manager. If you know, like Cheryl was saying, that that you have I hate to use the word gig, but if you have an assignment somewhere in the country, or if you guys want to do something, you want to do more traveling, and you on social media, you see all these flyers that's up, and they are usually annual concerts. Like Cheryl said that she always have hers at what you say, at the end of February, like a week before.
Or Sunday,
Right.
Saturdays.
Don't wait. Like if you just start keeping up when people are still, like when promoters are having things throughout the year, keep you a notepad, keep your notebook of, okay, I know the Men of Praise anniversary is this month. I know Sent by God is in St. Louis. They got this certain date, they got that certain date. Like, don't wait till the flyer come out. You make sure you hit them up way in advance before they plan for the next year, because you know what I'm saying, because then you don't have to always be just an add-on. You can actually be someone they can invest in being on that ticket. You see what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes, like you say, people are like, oh, I see your flyer, can I get added on? No. If you keep a running tally of everybody that you want to hit, whatever city or state, you keep a tally of their annuals that that's going to be every February, every year, every March, every year. Those are the ones that you need to be hitting at least 6 to 8 months in advance.
Right.
Don't wait till the flyer come out.
Right.
Don't wait till the flyer come out. Get them way before, while they already in the process of talking to people. I have had people come to St. Louis for little or nothing because they just want their feet in St. Louis,
Right.
because they know that Boss Lady going to have her Boss Awards in every November. They
Right. Right.
already know I'm going to have it in November. You know what I'm saying? They already know I'm going to have a birthday concert every year in February. So
Mhm.
it's like they hit me up like months before I even come out with a flyer. So a lot of times people get caught slipping like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if you do your work, man, I'm telling you, it'll pay off. It
It'll pay.
really will pay off.
It'll pay off because and then we as promoters have to learn how to recycle our group. Not always just recycle the groups, but like I say, I got to get back to introducing. Every program I would introduce a brand new group
Yeah.
on the event, and they'll come and get bookings too. So yeah,
Hmm.
because they do
Yeah.
great work. Because I'm going to promote you. So
Yeah.
if fans
Yeah.
that, you will be promoted. So yeah, it comes with a lot. It's always a learning experience. They got
Hmm.
no big eyes and little U's.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. I just, booking, I think that a booking manager will make or break a lot of times your group, and a lot of times your cousin or just your friend that I'm gonna make you the booking manager. No, that might not just be it. You might be home every weekend.
It might be. Gotta make sure the business is right.
Yeah, because you like these contracts, and what promoters are asking for, you just can't just throw anybody in those positions
Right.
because they represent you, right?
Right. Right.
They represent you.
Yeah.
So So I think I guess nobody have any questions in the comments because I think we just been flowing, and this has been very, very great.
Yeah.
This is like so informational. When I tell you I love it, I just be eating it up, I promise you. Um, but as you are managing your son, Pastor Sonny Brown and Experience, which I love their music. I played one of their videos before we aired on.
Yeah, I saw it. I was watching. Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you know what? I just love it.
And that was at my anniversary.
What's that
Yeah, that was you saw that person that red look like Betty Boop, like a
anniversary? That was you.
yeah, that was me. I have a designer, so
Oh, come
uh,
on, design.
yeah, she tell me what to do with my hair and whatever, and I just show up, and that's like the best feeling ever.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
And I just show up, and she dresses me. I have my makeup artist, so yeah,
Yeah, I want to be like you when I grow up.
you stop it.
I want to
But
be like you. I want to give me a designer.
I have a
You know,
design. Better get with Michelle Meach. Meach
man,
can
I'm
do.
gonna have to do something because, baby, that split from the Golden Triangle Wars, never again would that happen. So embarrassing. But you know, it is what it is.
But yeah, Michelle Meach will get you there. But yeah,
I
that's
got you.
she's my designer. She just walked up one day. She said, "Can I dress you for your program?" I said, "Girl, yeah." She's like, "What?" Because you know I'm like picky and pretty.
Hmm.
Like if you know my personality, you can do it.
Yeah,
You
that's
long as
great.
personality. And she said you ain't scared to do nothing. Nope, I ain't. I'm not. Might be
Yeah,
it might be pink one day, but hair might be blonde one. It is what it is.
I know. Because one day I saw you with them thick finger rolls or finger waves. I
That's at the she wanted pink curls for
said, yeah,
my event. So I told my hairstyle, because I got my hairstylist as well. So I was like, I said my designer want finger, she want pin curls.
yeah,
She's like, I
yeah.
can do it. So like, here we go. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so this is the question I was gonna ask because yeah, it's
Hmm.
almost 8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock your time. I know you're an hour ahead.
Yeah.
How is it? I guess managing your son. Because sometimes people don't like to manage family because the lines sometimes get crossed, or you know what I'm saying. It's like being mother son. It's like you still want to respect each other for their ministry gifts, but yet instead it's still business. But at the end of the day, I'm still your mama.
Right.
Like,
When I was signing the peacemakers, I would try to, again, I'm a brand new manager, so I knew nothing. But
hmm,
I would say, look, on the road, you're my artist. At home, you're my son. I say stuff like that.
yeah, yeah,
I'm like that nurturing mom because he's of age, but he's still like my, baby and stuff like that. So I was always that nurturing mom. So it was certain things they had, and it would be like, "Ah, being your mom brought that," it'd be like stuff like that.
hmm,
It is what it is, but it got well. I mean, we got along really well with it. So yeah, but you have to know how to draw that line because
yeah,
you will like slip over, especially with me being, how I am about my children. So, and pray for my baby girl, my baby boy. They both was in the hospital at the same time, two different hospitals yesterday.
oh wow, oh wow,
Yeah, my baby boy is still in the hospital. He's been there a week today. So yeah, so that's how
okay.
I spruce myself up. But yeah, it's been yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I got you.
But yeah,
Complete.
not like a mother's love. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, it's so much. Who says Miss Osborne, she said Cheryl Snell always have good people on her program and be dressed beautifully. I love it. That is
Like
so sweet.
on the front, she be on the front dancing away.
Lucy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh wow,
yeah.
man. Now let me tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a minute to if y'all have a question, anything about promoting, radio, managing, y'all need to go ahead and ask these questions right now because I don't want to hold Cheryl all night. She already tired. You
It's,
heard
it's
her? She said she got a son in the hospital.
yeah. uh, I got like two more meetings, so yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
I know you're tired. Yeah. But you
Yeah.
know what? In case they don't ask a question, one last thing. If you will leave a word to a younger Cheryl Snell, like when you first started compared to now, what advice would you give to the younger Cheryl Snell that first got started in the industry?
My first thing will be like, first of all, you have to have a plan.
Oh
You have
wow.
purpose. You have to have a purpose, because I always had a purpose. And I just,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I want to be a promoter, but I had to have a purpose why I wanted to be the promoter. So I would tell that
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl Snell, like, first of all, have a plan. And your plans, you need to write them out, because
Gotcha.
when you say, oh, well, I plan to promote, but what's your plan? To promote. So
Mm-hmm.
plan, like, what are you going to do to promote? So you have to write it down, because you got to see what you're thinking and what you're saying. So have a plan, have a purpose, have a goal, have a godly desire, but make sure that, again, treat yourself how you want to be treated, how you would treat others. You have to see yourself the way God sees you. You have to have thick skin.
Mm.
You have to leave those feelings at the house. It's
Mm.
gonna be plenty, I had women promoters who pushed me at the beginning, because I was one, even though I'm an actress as well. So even though I was an actress, I'm like, I'm not going in the front to talk to nobody. I'm not going to be like, how you gonna be a promoter? So I get an attitude,
Mm-hmm.
I can promote. They said, but you got to come and talk to the people. So when they being
Yeah.
Loretta Coleman, the other being Blanche Goodson, when they were like be emceeing an event, they'll just be in. They say, Cheryl Snell, come here and read these flyers, and I'm like, what? So they you got to be ready for to be that public eye. So when you become that public figure, you got to carry yourself as such. Because I would tell you,
Right.
the way I go, I was coming back from Detroit. And even when I was in Detroit, first time there, just flew to the program, this and the third. Everybody knows you. Whether I ain't had on no makeup, I ain't had on no jewelry, but they were like, "Oh, you that promoter,"
Uh-huh.
my name, stuff like that. So you got to be prepared for what comes your way. But again, you got to make sure that you got to respect yourself. Like, please, 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 respect yourself.
Gotcha.
Stay business
Gotcha.
like. Stay business like. Don't be that one when you walk down and everybody can say, "I had you." I just got to make it real. So it is what it is. You got to have that self-respect. You got to carry yourself as such. You got to be a woman of God. You got to be a woman of integrity and a woman of humility. So because we female promoters, we're more respected. We get a lot of respect, but being that female promoter, you're going to be tried, where they're not sure if you know what you're talking about. You might be too weak to be able to do the business. Don't let my size and smile fool you.
All
But
right.
yeah, you gotta make sure that you know what you're doing, what you're getting into. And if you don't have that thick skin and everything gonna make you cry like it did me, but I cry behind. But everything make you cry, it still cry every now and then, but you got to be ready for it, because this is an industry that will eat you up.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's some excellent advice.
yeah.
I think that's some excellent advice. Man, sure, this has been so freaking good.
I thank you again. I thank you so very much. I do.
Man, you know what? I tell people all the time, like we got some awesome women in quartet. I don't know what just happened to my light, but
I,
whatever. Like, hello, I'm already dark skinned. Now don't do that to me. Gracious. But anyway, I guess that's just one of the times to say it's almost time to go. But yeah. But we have some awesome women in quartet,
we
whether it's on stage or behind stage.
we
So
do. It's
yeah.
a lot of great females, and for the most part, we all like connect and we support each other, and I love that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we may not meet, make each other's events, but we always like sending that revenue, because we know how it is, because
Yeah.
ain't nobody gonna be in that checkup room with you, and stuff like that. And another thing, don't come and think your husband, your wife, and boyfriend them getting for free if y'all in the program. Plug.
That's part two. That's part two, sure. We can't talk about
Yeah, I'm
that's
just
a whole nother conversation.
that's, that's, but that's just a plug. That's the station identity break.
Oh, good God. Like a PSA, public service announcement. I don't care who came with you. They paying. They
Ah,
taking up a seat. They gotta pay.
that's interesting. So yeah, I'm just saying. I was
It's
just,
us. It's just us. It's us. It's okay.
but yeah,
But
and I was really, really honored meet you. I didn't know it was you until I walked up and I was like, oh, I'm talking to Boss Lady. Like,
Oh Lord.
you said, hey, Cheryl. And I was like, hey. And I was like, oh, that was Boss Lady. I was like, yeah. Because you see people, but then when you see them in person,
Mhm.
right, it was like, she is tall, you know. So,
Oh my
yeah, but
God.
I enjoyed. I still got a lot of pictures from that. I think I got
Yeah.
somebody videoed us and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always good meeting, you know, people we just know that go on social media. So I'm excited when, you know, when stuff like that happens. So yeah.
You going to the QMAs this year?
I'm going to the QMAs this
I
year.
see you. I'll see you next month.
My designers get me right, and
Oh Lord. See
again,
now?
I want to people for put me on the ballot once again, you know. So
I
because
did not make the ballot this year.
why you didn't make the ballot this year?
I don't know.
I don't know. Shoot.
I tried. It took every ounce of Holy Ghost I had not to call Chubbs. Like why did I not make the ballot? Don't worry.
It's a great
Don't.
ones that didn't get y'all better get y'all tickets because yeah, the
This
first
will go be hot.
yeah, and I was so honored to win the first year, the first annual first QMAs brought home that
Mhm.
my trophy right there. I should have bought it and hold it. So yeah, but that was yeah, it's just an honor to just be recognized, you know.
Yeah.
No
Yeah. Hey, Robert Craig.
stuff, but sometimes it just to be recognized is a great thing. So
It
yeah.
really is. It really is. And I feel like a new kid on the block. So,
Yeah,
I can't be too mad. I won last year, so I can't be too bad.
yeah, yep, you surely did.
Yeah. Everybody was like, Boss Lady, what did you have on your legs? I said grease. Like, y'all need to learn to put some grease on your legs. This
Better
lotion ain't it.
don't put on the bottom of your feet, but put them on your legs.
No,
Yeah,
nah. I
yeah.
said, put some old school petroleum thick jelly on your legs, baby. You be shining like new money.
Yep, 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 yep.
Oh my gosh. But thank you so much, Cheryl. I'll see you next month, though. I'll most definitely see you next month.
Till the next month. But again, thank you
Yeah,
for the opportunity. I pray
no
nothing
problem.
is an overflow for you.
Thank you. I receive it. Thank you.
Well,
I really do. I'm just goofy, but yeah, I do.
yes, yes. So
I just love it.
I love you too. Thank you so much. But I'm gonna have to call you later, remember?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All
All right. Thank you, Miss
right,
Cheryl.
so much, boss. Everybody that tuned in, thank y'all so very much. Everybody pray, love on each other. We love y'all, and ain't nothing you can do about it. So
Come on
yeah.
now. All right, Cheryl. Love you. I'll see
All
you
right,
next month, boo.
take
All
care.
right.
All right, bye-bye.
Wasn't that fun? Listen, I'm telling you, anyone that is in the business as far as whether you sing, booking, managing, and radio, you trying to figure out how, man, I'm telling you, this interview right here, she gave out so many great nuggets. And I know a lot of times people really don't want to sit and watch people talk about certain stuff. But man, if you really serious about what you're doing, I think this interview, if you go back and listen to it, if you just join on, man, it was some great nuggets given. Even for me, because I just love to sit at the feet of people that know way more than me. Like, I never want to be in a room where I feel like I'm the only one that knows something because I'm not growing, you know. But when I listen to people like Cheryl Snell and Glow Thompson, man, I'm telling you, and people that has been in this thing for years, this is the time. You sit at their feet and stop acting like you know everything because you don't. and and I have learned to humble myself. Hey, Robert Craig. I'm telling you, and I just love it, right? I just love it. So let me take a look. I'm trying to think who is next for the month of celebrating women. Man, I got so much. Man, we had just did Keisha Lockett, which was a great, great interview. Let me see. Do, 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 do. I think Glow Thompson is this Thursday. No, it's not. That's next week. Let me back this train up. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Man, I have so many. Um, so Glow Thompson is next week. Broken is next week. Dynamic Jewels is on the 30th. So I guess this is the only show I got for this week. That ain't bad. Because I need a little break. I do. I need a little break. I've been rocking it ever since the beginning of the month. So yeah, it's okay. So next week, on the 23rd, I have Glow Thompson. On the 30th, I have the Dynamic Jewels, and then on the 22nd, which is that Wednesday before Glow Thompson, I have Broken from Nashville. So these couple of weeks is going to be really, really good, right? So that's all. All right, you guys. If you guys have some music or a video that you would like me to air, please send it to me. My email address is bossladygospel. No, don't use that one. I'm sorry. It's Quartet Corner at Gmail, right? So send it to Quartet Corner at Gmail. And if you have a good video that I feel like represents you very well, I will air it, okay? Because a lot of times, you know, it's just good just to air videos that people have never seen or have experienced. So, all right, y'all, I'm good. I love you guys, man. Look, enjoy one another, love on one another, and pray for one another. And we're gonna be all right. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless you. Bye. See you next week.